E.T. is a true story. All the feds will come over here, they'll take all our stuff away, and then all the guns will turn into walkie-talkies. It'll be weird. And speaking of weird, Hilly's magic trick, using the invention that the crocodile tongue seemed to help create, seems to do its job a little too well, as it makes his brother disappear, but then never brings him back.
Hilly, you stop fooling around and get Davy back. Now.
I'm trying, but I can't. I'm trying, okay?
Okay, where is he, Mommy? Where did he go?
I don't know. I don't know where things go when they stop being here. Come back, Davy, come back.
It's okay. I'm sure he just went to another dimension right within the realms of Outworld.
Your brother's soul is mine.
See, he's in good hands. But it turns out the brother really has disappeared, and nobody can find him. So, the whole entire town shows up, all 12 of them, to help track him down however they can. All except for one person who had to go home early.
Oh, Joe left the search early. Said he was coming down with the flu.
No, he can't be. He seriously can't be.
I'll be back first thing in the morning.
Okay. Thanks, Becca.
I'm going to puke up my lunch if he is actually— Oh my God! You left a search for a lost child to fuck the mail lady? First the sandwiches, then the evil laughter, now abandoning a child to get laid. Dude, you're not gonna find the kid in her vagina!
Forget it. Becca's gonna be manning those phones day and night until they find him. Oh.
Day and night.
Night and day.
I can't take this guy. I really can't. He isn't just an asshole. He's like a compilation of assholes to make the world's biggest asshole. The $6 million asshole!
Gentlemen, we can rebuild it. We have the technology. We will take elements from the world's biggest dick horses and make him shittier than he ever was before. Shittier. Crappier. Straight up cock muncher.
But Olive Oil decides she can't take it anymore and sets up a trap for the Dickmeister.
Would you turn this junk off? I mean, I hate this show.
Turn it off yourself.
What did you say to me?
I said you could damn well turn on yourself to the woman!
Hey now, you don't mean that. It's the crackers talking.
That's it. Good night. Good day.
Oh no! I've been blisterined! Make sure my coffin is minty fresh.
And the inventions keep on coming as Bobby, it appears, put together a typewriting machine that actually writes the story while she's asleep. I make a Stephen King joke here, but let's face it, you've already made it in your head. But things get even worse when Hilly suddenly slips into a coma.
I'm taking him to the hospital, Terry.
No, you two stay here. I'll take Hilly to the hospital. I'll call you as soon as I spoke with the doctor.
Ah yes, trust the guy who believes in engine magic with the safety of your child.
Daddy. You okay, honey?
And just where is the hospital, you may ask? Oh good, I hear they have a real good health plan down there. Whenever a kid is in trouble, they just walk inside their house and pretend like nothing is going on. Suck on that, continuity lovers!
Tommyknockers knocking at the door.
So as you can see, Olive Oil was put in the nut house, and it seems like the rest of the town is not too far behind. Not only is everybody making more Dr. Seuss inventions, but many of them start becoming psychic and acting more crazy. I know a psychic in a Stephen King story. Alert the media!
What was it you wanted?
Well, aren't you gonna read my mind like everybody else, Nancy?
I'm not getting it.
The only one who doesn't seem to be affected by it is Smits, as he had a metal plate put in his head years ago that they think blocks off part of his brain. Probably the part that said say no to Star Wars prequels.
You okay?
Yeah, I just needed a good night's sleep. I'm ready to dig.
Well, I think you should really take a good look at yourself.
Why?
You're obsessed. You can't stop.
I can't stop. What are you implying?
You're obsessed and you can't stop.
I can stop.
When I want.
Officer Ruth starts to catch on as well and tries calling for backup. And seeing how she's doing it in the doll room, I bet you'll never figure out where this is going. What a shock.
Too late, both. We represent the Homicide Guild! The Homicide Guild!
Don't fuck with the Chuck!
Yeah, I bet bet you thought those dolls were just gonna sit there nice and quiet all throughout this Stephen King story, didn't ya? But nope, they hide her body and disappear off to, I don't know, Puppet Master 12 or something. And meanwhile, the post-ho has been doing some inventing as well, as she tries her new invention on a pair of dim-witted cops.
Is he always so mean and grumpy? Is he like that to you too, Trooper? Or is it just me?
I'm just an officer. I don't use big words in front of pretty ladies. Sound like Randy Newman. Officer, they don't use words in front of ladies.
I just wish you'd known better than to come snooping around like this.
Hold it right there now. Do as he says, ma'am.
You wouldn't stop a lady from putting on a little lipstick, would you?
Oh, now that's true. We do have to let a woman put on her lipstick. It's like Rule 22.
Bye-bye, boys.
Really? A lipstick death ray? We're actually writing in a lipstick death ray? This is silly even by Stephen King standards. Did they just want a reason to steal the effects from the 1960s Star Trek show? Tell me the scene where she fights Gorn is coming up next.
2 disappearances in 1 week. That's more than coincidence.
It just vanished into thin air without a trace.
Butch, have you ever heard of the Tommyknockers?
Oh hey, the title of the movie. Just 2 hours in and we're finally gonna figure out what it is. Let's see.
Last night and the night before, Tommyknockers knocking at my door. You said yourself that it was as if they had vanished into thin air.
Well, I'll think about it. If anything else occurs to you, give me a call.
Well, that explained everything. I'm sure he's gonna rough up Mr. Boogedy and the Leprechaun people to find out their location. Or is this gonna be like every other Stephen King story where he makes up a name for something that already has a name? Like, The Shining is just psychic. It is just an alien. Or Langoliers was... Okay, you can keep that one, but to be fair, we didn't want it anyway. So everyone gathers around the Church of Slimer as everyone is hypnotized by the lean, mean green machine to keep digging it up.
The time for all of us to unite is at hand. Are you ready to complete the becoming?
Is that sort of like The Happening, only funnier? But the crowd heard that inane whisper, captures Smits and forces him to start digging up the device. Meanwhile, Grandpa and the officer return to check on the town, only to find that it's completely abandoned. But hey, that doesn't mean they can't stop for a nice cold one.
Come on, stupid.
They booby-trap the Coke machine. You know, how about like a mine in the road or something like that? I mean, this is goofily abstract. What if military forces aren't thirsty? They did it! They fried the Coke again! Well, this is good. This is really good, because this gives me a chance to properly explain what frying the Coke is. It's when somebody does something so stupid or phenomenally over the top that you can't help but find it unbelievably awesome. And by God, what is more awesome than being killed by an exploding soda machine created by glowing Nickelodeon slime? Aside from a tiger stepping on a mine in the Coliseum where a Coke machine is your only salvation. But aside from that, no. So Grandpa goes deeper into the woods to find the evil diggers. At first I thought it was weird that he didn't go back and try to get help, but then again, I guess it would sound odd telling a police officer that a Coke machine ate your friend and there's a cult trying to dig up Ecto Cooler, so maybe he made the right choice. But he gets captured too, and it seems like Smits is the only one left to save the day. He convinces Bobby that he's turned to their side and that only the two of them should be allowed to finish the digging and see what's inside. And just what is inside the machine? The TARDIS from Doctor Who. No, that'd be somewhat creative. No, it's just aliens. That's it. They crash landed and have been here for years, eating up people so they can repopulate.
They've been giving you brain boosters, but all they're doing is fattening you up. It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook.
How does eating people help them repopulate? Why is the town only now being hypnotized by them? Why do intelligent life forms always seem to crash their ships? Never explained. They're just aliens. They're just weird.
This has all been a lie.
But they do find some of the missing people, including Hilly's brother.
Drop your head, drop your head.
Hold on to me.
You okay?
Worst magic trick ever. So it's kind of confusing, but I guess Smits throws the Toys R Us alien off the wheel and takes control of the ship with his mind. A bunch of the aliens try to stop him, which is weird. Why didn't they stop him when he first came in? But Smits manages to get the ship up and oh god, that looks silly. And blows it to hell with him inside. That's where it ends! I shouldn't really say end, just more stops. And with that said, kids, I must ask the question, what have we learned today? Well, I learned there's a rumor that Stephen King wrote this while high off his ass. And honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, yeah, it's stupid, silly, and makes little sense, but it's also kind of like looking into somebody's psyche. Most of the story is talking about how a certain substance increases your creativity, but also increases your dependency. Much like King admitted that's what happened when he was a stoned alcoholic. So in that sense, it's actually sort of fascinating. Seeing one guy trying to get rid of his dependency while also trying to make others beat theirs. But taking that out of it, this actually is one of the more entertaining Stephen King miniseries, just based off of its goofiness. As usual, it's a lot of build-up to a disappointing payoff, but the build-up is always good, and the over-the-top delivery is a ton of fun to watch. Honestly, I'd say give it a watch. Just don't play the drinking game while watching it, your lungs will disappear. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and Nostalgia-ween is on the way!
All warm and safe and toasty.